Hey guys, today is our second video on my channel, and I saw a lot of positive comments about first video. It's I'm really surprised about this, but on other side, you waited for this a long time, so not a lot of people talk about these topics. Not a lot of people, show this dark side of things, and this way, I think we are both of us share our own experiences. We don't advise to use all this stuff for you. It's just our own experiences and our own mistakes or our own achievements. So today's thema, what is today's thema?
Today's topic is going to be our experience with growth hormone, and the dosages we've experimented with, side effects, benefits we've experienced. I suppose I'll kick it off. Okay. My first growth hormone cycle was coupled with insulin, because this was for a bodybuilding show I did a few years back, and growth hormone and insulin was, the importance of it was stressed by my bodybuilding coach at the time. And I really didn't want to try insulin because I've heard lots of horror stories with insulin, and all of my peers recommended I don't use it. But on the other hand, my coach was saying you must use it if you want any shot at becoming a pro bodybuilder. And at the time I said, okay, I'm going to go all in. And I was under the supervision of a doctor and his supervision. And I said, okay, let's see what we can do. So I started relatively modest, just 8 IU of growth, and I think it was on 10 units of insulin with each meal. I was eating 4 meals a day at the time.
You talk about extra fast insulin, yeah?
Yes, fast-acting insulin.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the growth I was on was norditropin.
Yeah.
Norditropin pens. And it was definitely working. But the results I got were very subtle. Now, because I was using it with insulin, it's hard to say like exactly what the growth hormone was doing. But I definitely got the swelling in my hands and feet. I slept like a baby every night despite being on tren, which gives me insomnia. I did break out. I got really bad acne, and I believe this was also from the growth. As far as size, I didn't gain too much size, to be honest. But my waist was getting less and less chubby every day. So I was losing body fat in my waistline daily. Every time I pinched, there'd be less and less to grab, and this was happening at a rate faster than it ever has before, even while dieting. And the most I've ever used with growth is, I went up to 12 IU.
12 IU.
12 IU.
And how you did it? You did like half morning, half evening, or how before workout? What was your protocol?
With 12 IU, it was just taken in the evening before bed.
Yeah.
Okay, and when I went up to 12 IU, it actually wasn't being used with insulin.
Yeah.
This was just to recover from an injury, and also to see if I can recover fast from arm wrestling practice, which gives me severe bicep breakouts, inflammation, and also some sore elbows. So I was thinking, okay, let's see what a high dose of growth, at least probably for me was high dose, can do for my arm wrestling recovery and also my injury recovery. This is back when I tore my quad several months ago.
So I found some benefit from this, or?
Yeah, absolutely. Not to mention I did gain some water weight. I put on about like 3 kg water weight and went from like 122 to like 125 and 26 in the first week of upping my dose to 12 IU, which at the time I was just on 4 IU. So I went from 4 to 12 because I was running 4 IU like all year round. Basically, when I'm even in my off season, when I'm not preparing for anything particular, I run 4 IU. And then when I'm preparing for something, I'll bump it up to 8, and then most recently as much as 12.
Yeah. So, okay, and I will tell about my experiences. My first experience with growth hormone was when I was 25, 26 years old. So the first growth hormone was China sheep. I will explain you. Like that time, I was out of money, so I had really tiny budget to, for this kind of supplementation. and growth hormone was like something unbelievable, something unreal for me because of price of growth hormone. But one guy came to me, like it's story of my life, you know. One guy came to me and said like, oh, I have good stuff and cheap stuff, and also growth hormone. So it was hydrotropin or something like this. Really the most cheap you can find on you know, like on the whole world. So he offered me it for a really good price, and I decided to try it. But you know what I had from this growth hormone, it's only extreme water retention. So you just try to realize, you put like 5 IU evening and morning, you wake up and you can't open your eyes. You can't move because you're so swollen, you know, your hands, your face, so much water retention. Even workout, because you have from this water retention at once, you have huge blood pressure because you're holding like 10 pounds or more of water, and you can even bend to, you know, make your shoes, something like this, so you can breathe, and no benefits at all from this kind of growth hormone. So when people talk about huge side effects of growth hormone, I'm really sure that they used something like this, something like me. So the first experience with real growth hormone was like 6 years after. It was, it's ridiculous, but it was norepinephrine to dispense. And that time I tried 10 IUs in 2 dosages. So first dose at morning and last dose at evening before sleep. And that time I had the body changed every day, and that was like really like miracle. As you said, the most beautiful part of using of this was waist. It was tinier every day, and you know, like not only from the outside but also from the inside, because growth hormone burns your fat inside your body, because between organs you have fat too, and it burns it too. So you're tinier. I had tinier waist in my life that time, and it was really nice. What about side effects? When I increased, so the main problem was that I started on 10 units, because it was some, you know, recommendation from other, you know, successful bodybuilder that start on 10 units, it's okay. But you can't do this. You can't do this because your body don't even know it's new compound for your body. And if you abuse growth hormone, if you go for higher dosages from the beginning, you will have huge water retention, you will have blood pressure, you will have jumps in your blood sugar, in your insulin, so a lot of bad things, and you will be happy if you don't make some major damage to your body by this. So for me, then after my first cycle of growth hormone, I kept stuck to 6 units. So 3 morning, 3 evening, and that time it was my good dosage. And with this dosage, I made a huge progress. And the main benefit of using growth hormone, why a lot of people, they are really disappointed about using growth hormone, because they use it like 1 month or 2 weeks, and they're expecting something like, whoa, I will change my body in 2 weeks. No, the most benefits of using growth hormone, you will see them after few months of using, after, like, you know, years of using. No constant using, but with some, you know, like cycling, but it's not right now, you know. So this is the main problem, and other problem that a lot of shit on the market, a lot of fake stuff. So if you don't have financial for good stuff, just forget about this. Just forget about this. And if you don't have finance to make it longer, not for 1 month or 2 weeks, so it's not even affordable to you.
Yeah, well said. And I do have lots that ask me, well, they can't afford pharmaceutical grade growth hormone, so they want to use the cheap Chinese off-brand stuff. And actually, I don't have any experience with that stuff because, as you were saying, I was told by my peers at the time, my training partners, look, if you can't afford the farm grade stuff, don't bother with the Chinese off-brand stuff. Because frankly, as you said, you get a lot of water retention when you use the off-brand stuff, right? And if your objective is to lose body fat, get a smaller waist, shred, and it's kind of counterproductive to be using this if it's going to make you retain water. Your face is bloated, everything's bloated, right? And also, you don't know if what you're taking with the off-brand stuff is accurately dosed. It could say, okay, this is 100 IU, but maybe it's really only 30 IU in that box, or even less, or maybe it's more. You don't know, right? Because there's no real regulation, there's no standard that they have to abide by, as opposed to getting it from nototropin, gentropin, etc. So I wouldn't recommend, of course, using growth hormone of any kind. We're not here to endorse that, but if you must, don't use the off-brand Chinese stuff.
Yeah,
that's my 2 cents.
This is true, and also the problem is that a lot of producers of growth hormone put on the growth hormone, like in this bottle, they put some kind of peptides, and like GHRP6, like ipamorelin, and a lot of people ask me about, is it comparable effect of using peptides for releasing your own growth hormone, or using SARMs, which helps you to release your own growth hormone? Guys, like, it's not even comparable. It's okay, it's doing something to your body, but it's not even comparable to real GH. If you try real GH once in your life, you will see results, the whole different results. So it's true that this market, it's so full of fakes, so full of shit stuff that you don't know. You really don't know. And in some countries, you don't even know if you go to pharmacy to buy real stuff, that this stuff is legit. So because like, I know that in Egypt, it's a normal thing that in pharmacies they sell like 90% of fakes. It's true. It's just works like this. So guys, if you don't use it, don't use it. If you decide to use it and you decided to willing to invest in this shit, try to find the real thing, and it will be not cheap. It cannot be cheap because it's really expensive things. If you don't have money for this, just forget about it, because you can buy some shit and you can make a major damage to your health. So this is true.
At least with pharmaceutical grade growth, you know what you're putting into your body.
Yeah.
At least you know what you're putting into your body. With the off-brand stuff, you don't know what's inside.
Yeah.
You don't know.
That's true.
You don't know. So at the very least, know what you're putting into your body. On another note, I heard you went up to a very large number of growth per day as maybe with an experiment, or you worked your way up to something like 20 plus.
I tried this, so like, for me, it's the main point. If I advise something to someone, I need to know on my own experiences if it works or if it doesn't work. So I heard about high dosages of growth hormone from well-known trainers, from pro bodybuilders, and I said, like, I need to try it, at least to try it. And when we will talk about this with someone, I will have my own experiences. So what I realized, I tried for 2 months, I tried 25 IUs daily. 25 IUs daily. From this one, I had a lot more strength, what I expected. A lot more strength. A lot more water retention, and in this case, you need to use all other stuff because your body it has some systems to control the levels of each hormone. So if you go so high in growth hormone, be sure that you need to control your insulin, you need to control your T3 levels, and in this case, it's only for bros. It's only for bros, so don't even think, guys, about these dosages if you just train for yourself, by yourself, and you need to find some way to grow some more pounds, because it's risky, it's crazy dangerous. And to make it happen, you need to have real like doctor behind you to see all your blood works each month or every 2 weeks, and it costs a lot of money. So, I made this experiment, and before I made experiment with testosterone with higher dosages, so then I can say that it doesn't pay off for you. It's not something that if you put 20 units, you will grow in 2 weeks like Arnold. No, you can make a major damage to your health with no benefits. So,
all right, guys, wrapping up this video. So we have some ideas in mind for the next few videos. We intend on keeping this going as long as you guys are interested in this topic. If you have anything you'd like us to discuss, anything you're curious about, anything you want our 2 cents on our experience with, comment below your suggestions.
Yeah, and leave your comments also, and subscribe to my channel, to Illia's channel, to our Instagrams, and it's really important. It helps us a lot, and thank you for your attention, and see you next time.
All right, guys, see you guys in the next one.